Hello, my precious friends. Welcome to Wednesday study. Love is the fulfillment of the law. This is where we get the title of our lesson for this week. My name is Dwain Esmond, and I'm excited about today's study because the Apostle Paul is Johnny One Note. He says he's consistent in his ethic, his spiritual ethic on this point, especially that love is the fulfillment of the law. He says it in Romans chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. And he also says it in Galatians chapter 5 and verse 14. Listen to the prophet of God. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. So Paul is consistent. Love is still the fulfillment. It's the fulfillment of the law. When we respond to God himself, it is the fulfillment of the law as well when we respond to our neighbors. The apostle is consistent in this thing. Love is the fulfillment of the law, as he says here, Galatians chapter 5 and verse 14, Romans chapter 13 and verse 10. But there's something else here. Matthew chapter 22, verses 23 and 24. Jesus is talking to the Pharisees, the leaders of the law, the leaders who were implementers of the law. Often, people who were legalistic and all the little minute details of the law, they made sure you kept it or they would excommunicate you. They would throw you out the synagogue. Jesus says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites. You tithe of mint and anise, and you tithe spices," okay? "But then you omit the weightier matters of the law. You omit law, justice, and mercy, and faith, and love for people. You omit those things, but you worried about all the other little things." Jesus is saying, in a sense, you want to fulfill the law. Don't just be legalistic. Enjoy the work that you need to put in the spirit of the law, not just the letter of the law. That's caring for people, dispensing righteousness, dispensing justice in the earth, helping those who are broken, battered, and beaten down on the seas and on the roads of life. These passages demonstrate to us, beloved, Galatians chapter 5 in particular, not Galatians 5, rather, Deuteronomy chapter 5, when the Bible calls us to keep the Sabbath, God is telling his people, I want you to honor my Sabbath. I want you to obey me because it is a sign of your deliverance. They had just come out of Egyptian captivity and oppression. Jesus is giving them his Sabbath as a sign of their deliverance. So how do people keep the Sabbath and then don't work for the deliverance of other people, when the Sabbath is a sign of their own deliverance from sin, oppression, and hurt? God is saying we have a duty to perform. Isaiah chapter 58, 13 and 14. If you turn away your foot from the Sabbath, from doing your pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasure, nor speaking your own words. If you get your foot off my Sabbath and do righteousness with people, then the Lord says, I will cause you to ride upon the high places of the earth, and I will feed you with the very heritage of Jacob your father, for the mouth of the Lord have spoken it. God is saying to us, I'm going to bless you if you bless people. I'm going to honor you if you honor people. The heritage of blessing that has come all the way down from Jacob came through David, came through all of the patriarchs, came through all the matriarchs. I'm going to pour that blessing out on you because you believe in a law that is love, in law that finds its expression in justice and mercy and righteousness. This is the fulfillment of the law. That's loving people.